Now we're going to go straight to the next item, agenda item of today. We're going to hear a little bit of story time. Caroline started the entire conversation with the storytelling. We are also going to hear an inspiring story from a young change maker about coding a green future. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Mr. Gibson Kawago as he walks to the stage to tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you so much. And as I was sitting there, I knew and I know and I will know that everyone has been reading Young, Green, and Digital. So every time we look in front, we see young. But there are so many questions going on in our minds. Do we agree that young people are the future? True or false? True. There's false? But let's add, this future is 3.5 times likely to be affected by unemployment. True or false? After being affected by unemployment, it is twice likely those who are unemployed to be affected by depression and anxiety. So where is the future? We see there's a problem here. We always look at great people and thinking, how did they get there? Let's look at Maria Curie. She did great jobs in physics and chemistry and doing innovations. But was she born with those skills that got her there? Was she born with those skills? No. It was through her hard work, persistence, and learning that got her there. But do we watch movies on Netflix? How many people watch movies on Netflix? Do we know who is the chief technical officer of Netflix? Who can guess? But we watch Netflix. But now you can find out that the chief technical officer of Netflix is Elizabeth Stone. Do you think she got there just by luck? It was by her getting enough skills, persistence, and consistency in learning to get there. We know Eliud Kipchoge is a good runner. But do we think he was born running? He acquired those skills. We know Elon Musk. We have the Starlink. We have the Tesla. We have the Boring Company. Do we think Elon Musk was born with all those skills? But also we have one boy from Africa who was born in a village where there was no electricity. So he used to travel long distances to reach the charging stations. Then at home, when they were eating, they could keep kerosene lamps on the table to light up the space, then they were eating. But at the same time, they were also smoking because kerosene lamps were releasing smokes, which was getting into their lungs. But as time went, he started observing the walls were becoming black. There was soot. Then he got another question. What is happening inside the lungs? Do we have the same soot as what we see on the walls? Because the same kerosene lamps that emit these smokes. Then one day he saw his grandmother throwing the batteries from the old cassette radio, which were empty. Then he started picking the batteries, putting them together, tying them up, and connecting the wires and putting a bulb. And one time, boom, he got light from the old batteries. Then he said, wow. The next night, he took off the kerosene lamps, then he put the bulb. So there was no more smoke. It was a cleaner solution. When the village knew that, they started requesting to get more like that. He could not do that alone. So he collected his fellows, and at least he offered them with decent jobs to make those batteries and to install in people's houses. But what was the challenge? He realized that he needed to mass produce what he was doing. What did he find out? He found out that he needed skill sets to make him being able to do that. So he went to school, secondary school, he studied physics, chemistry, and he was always in the physics lab trying to do the circuits to be able to make a power bank, to charge mobile phones, and to be able to make a good bulb that can light up everywhere. But later he found out that he needed lithium-ion batteries. Again, he was from a village. Keep here village, here lithium-ion battery. They're totally far apart because there's high advanced technology and very low income family trying to access that technology. Still, he wanted to find out. He got to university. He took electrical engineering. The goal was to solve the electricity problem at home. But because it was low-income community, they were buying second-hand laptops. So still, they were getting second-hand laptops with second-hand batteries. So after 3 months, all laptops were converted to desktops. Because every time the battery was dead, so they needed to be connected to the socket to get electricity. Those who had money could take off the battery and replace, then trash that old battery in the normal trash bins. Then he went and said, okay, this is a battery. He started picking batteries, breaking apart, trying to do his research in the lab to see what he could do with those batteries. You know what he found out? He found out that the lithium-ion batteries he had been looking for in the past are found in the old laptop batteries. Then some people challenged him, why don't you buy new lithium-ion batteries to just make the power banks and the lights for your village? He went to Alibaba and eBay, and he was searching how could he get the new batteries. He found out that he could get, but at an expensive price, because shipping the batteries are hazardous goods. So still, he could get a reliable solution, but not affordable for his community. So he said no. He researched and found out that lastly, he could repurpose laptop batteries and create battery packs to power those rural communities and make the battery banks. One question, do we think he was born with all those skills to help him create that solution? Yes or no? It was through his resilience, persistence, and constantly hard working towards creating a solution that he wanted. And do we know who is that? It's me, Gibson Kawago. So, I am the founder of Waga, a company where we repurpose laptop batteries to create lithium-ion battery packs to power rural communities. Now the people in Tanzania can charge mobile phones, can light up their homes, all powered with solar panels, everything made from recycled batteries. What do we learn from this? Thank you. What do we learn from this? As young people are the future, as now we are transitioning to green solutions and clean technologies, we are now moving to electric vehicles. I was very happy yesterday when I arrived. I saw there were so many electric motorcycles. And I said, wow, now when we are transitioning to green solutions, now practically in Rwanda, it is here. Then I asked myself, what does it require for a young person to be able to access decent jobs while this transition to green solution is being applied? Number one, I found out that there are so many resources that are available online right now for free. There's advancement of artificial intelligence. And I'm always sad when most young people sit or stand and say, AI is going to take over the jobs. You know why? It's because we should change the way we think. We should, because you can't resist technology from forging ahead. Like in the past, there were no electric cars. When Elon Musk came and said, I'm going to put electric cars, everyone said they will be stuck on the road, empty charging. But now, practically, they are here. So even when AI is coming, let's not say no to AI. But as young people, we should sit down and see how can we leverage the power of AI to utilize it, to shape and give us more skills so that we can perform our jobs better. But the best part is the more you go around, is the more you find out. And it's very important to utilize someone's experience than you doing the same mistake that someone already did. And there is where the concept of mentorship comes. As young people, we need to seek mentorship from the people who are experienced in different fields so that we can get better and they can guide us towards getting there. And by doing this, that 3.5 times possibility of not being employed will be 0 times. So we'll solve everything. And lastly, young people are the future, but inside the future, we have girls in STEM. The evolution in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics is important. You know, you can't train an old dog new skills. We need to train from the grassroots. So it's important to invest in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics subjects for young girls so that even later, because in Africa, women are the ones who keep up the family, who raise the children. Most children learn things from their mothers. So it's important if we equip them with skills on STEM, it will build a generation where in the future we will have an educated generation, a generation that can create decent jobs for everyone, but also we can utilize the technology that is evolving. I always love one song by Kainan, and I think almost every one of us have heard of it, or you will hear it now. Do you allow me to sing? Yes. So that song goes, when I get older, I will be stronger. They call me freedom, just like a waving flag. Let's go! When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh! So, as young people, when we grow older, we need to be like waving flags. Thank you so much.
Another big round of applause. I don't know if I was the only one who was enjoying the lyrics, and I'm like, okay, I was an athlete before I retired, so that's a song that's very dear to my heart, and thank you for bringing it up, and thanks for that powerful message and that powerful story. And again, it brought us back. I couldn't help but keep on remembering the keywords we're talking about scaling, about it, from the entire story that he has shared. So thank you very much for sharing that journey and inspiring us to keep moving. One element that I believe that you raised that I kind of took away as an element of consideration is more of understanding that youth is actually not a homogeneous group.